now. It's fine. We'll figure it out later. We'll fix it in post. Hey guys, how's it going?
What's up, y'all?
Hey everyone.
Hey everyone, welcome to episode 25 of the Stone Lord's Folly. Thanks for joining us on Rebels Without a Castle. Tonight, unsupervised. We're our special unsupervised episode, and we're gonna see what happens. I've never played a session without a DM before. I don't know about anybody else, but it's gonna be a time. We'll do intros really quick, and then I can give a quick recap of at least the last few moments before. So if everybody wants to go around and say where people can find them, what their name is, who they're playing tonight, we'll start with Sam.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sam. I go by Utah Indie on both Instagram and Twitch. Tonight, I am here playing your resident pirate rogue gunslinger, Revelous Noge / Long John Silver. Pyrea, over to you.
You're muted, Pi.
I'm muted. I was working on it. I was on a different screen. Hi, everybody. I'm Pyrea. Tonight, I'll be playing Espen, our Oblivion Ranger / Druid. I go by Pyrea everywhere. I'm going to popcorn it over to Laura.
Hi, hello, good evening, folks. You can call me Laura or Tutu or Laura Tutu. My pronouns are she, they. But here and now, right in this moment, I am playing Orient Shieldbreaker, our barbarian fighter. Justin.
Hey guys, how's it going? My name is GM Justin. You can find me all over the internet as Forever GM Justin. You can also find me over at Roll D5. We specialize in playing indie TTRPGs. I'm playing Lucero Emberhold. Both he and I use he/him pronouns, and I have played GM-less games before, so this is kind of right up my alley anyway. So it's fine. We'll figure it out. We don't. What is it? Our GM has complete and utter faith in all of us, which was his first mistake. But back over to Hi.
Hi, I'm Hyacinth. My handle's Hyacinth Wonders everywhere, and tonight I'm playing Seraphina Von Willow, the High Elf Cleric. Last we left off, last episode, we ran into a super fun Archfey from Espen's past, who may have maybe made Ori try to kill us just like a little bit, but then we took care of it, and we talked through some things a little bit, but not nearly enough, and then we found a super fancy magical fully furnished tent that we all just barely went inside, except Revelous, who stayed outside to keep watch for the night. And that's where we're starting off now. Does everyone want to go through and describe how their character's settling in? What corner of the tent are you in, guys? Does anybody know off the top of their head where they want to be? What they're gonna do?
Was Seraphina outside still, too? Didn't she offer to do...
Yeah, Revelous just gave her a flask and was going to send her in to hand it to Ori.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Right.
I didn't know
I
if she was gonna
just
stay.
realized that I don't have my laptop with my character sheet, so I'm going to just walk across my room and grab it real quick.
Okay.
Well, while she's doing that, I'll go ahead and start, since the exterior of the tent is going to be a little bit easier to describe than the interior. So buckle up, kids. You got some time. Revelous is going to sit down.
Recording in progress.
And
Sorry.
he's going to be trying to create a little bit of fire. He's going to spend maybe 30-40 minutes just gathering some wood together, and he's going to try and create just a little bit of a campfire, something to keep the shadows away but also keep himself warm. And yeah, he's going to spend some menial time doing that. I'm imagining the exterior of the tent probably looks like just a draped canvas of sorts over like some cross beams and bars. Is it? What was that word?
It's small. It's like it's one of those deals where it's like it looks like a standard one-person camping tent, and then you stick your head in, and there's a whole fucking suite in there.
That's right. It's the opposite of modern day tents. If it says it's a 2-person, it's a 1-person. But it says it's a 2-person. It might be a 20-person. We don't know yet. So I'm just gonna sit outside, and I'm gonna let everyone kind of get settled. Revelous is still recovering from that conversation he had with Seraphina, where he was a little more vulnerable than he expected himself to be. I'll spend my time in there. Justin, do you want to lead us inside the tent, buddy?
Yeah, absolutely. I think for Lucero, as he enters on in, we've kind of thought that this tent, we believe that this tent was of royalty, so I imagine that there are a lot of fragrances that are kind of found throughout the entire tent, and it gives off the aroma of like, this is royalty. These are expensive perfumes that are kind of scattered about. They're not so intense that they become overwhelming, but it's just subtle enough to like let you know that somebody of status had this tent at one point or another. And then you kind of look on around, you can see that the couches are of an older design that you don't find nowadays. This is old, this is ancient, but it's still like, you take a seat on it, this thing is still comfy as all hell. You try and Lucero kind of like limp over and then just kind of like plop onto that couch as he just kind of lets as he sinks into it. He kind of keeps one eye open, but the other one kind of closes to give himself a little bit of a time to just relax with everything that has gone on. He's still fully expecting something to happen.
Why the fuck would he need to keep one eye open? I don't know what you're talking about, Justin.
That's crazy.
You know, that would be wild.
It's wild.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, Laura, if you can, what does Ori see?
I think, yeah, to build on top of that, as we walk in, we've determined that the chest that we found is basically from the old empire. The beginning of some of the empires of Vastra, like several hundred years ago. So we've got, I'd say, probably banners that show the old flag of Ressia that's missing a couple of stars. The tapestries, while a couple of centuries out of fashion, are still immaculate. Wall hangings are perfect. The canvas walls are still flawlessly kept. How bougie do we want to get with this, guys? Do we have like a little indoor fireplace vibe?
Let's go bougie.
I think Zach did say there was a
yeah.
stove.
Oh, yeah.
Was there a stove? I imagined a stove.
You know what? Fuck yeah, there's a stove in there now. There's you walk in, you've got that couch, that like old, almost vintage couch, and maybe a couple of love seats on the side. Oh my god, it's a conversation pit. And
somehow it does dip down a little. Like,
somehow it dips down into a little like classic 1970s conversation pit with like a little like fire pit area in front of all the seating, and a couple of flaps that like split off into what is apparently supposed to be like other portions of this tent. And I think Ori kind of ducks in, looks around, smells like the money in the air, and just mutters to herself, "This could feed a fucking family for 6 months." But then she's gonna like start poking around, seeing what else has been afforded to them in this fine ass tent. Hyacinth, go for it.
Seraphina's gonna walk in with the flask, looking kind of confused, but she was sent to find Ori. She'd take note, looking around at the furniture, looking for anything with like books and notepads, noticing, you know, like some dressers and shelves off to the side that she might check out later to see if there's anything interesting on them, or if it's all just storybooks that she doesn't know what to do with.
Zach should not have left this alone.
No, I'm so excited.
Hyacinth, do something for me. Can you roll a percentile dice?
A percentile dice?
Zach, you're gonna fucking regret this, homie.
The full 100?
He already did.
Yeah.
I love a percentile
for
dice.
Everyone in chat, Zach's gonna watch this VOD later, and anything we do is canon, so
100%.
43?
Okay. Let's call it like 10 history books. And the rest is like a smattering of lore and like folk tales.
Excellent. As she passes the shelf, she is going to take history books. She's going to take 3 of them to start, just some light reading, and then stick it into her bag. And then she'll approach Ori and just say, Revla said you might want this. I don't know. Unless you have your own, or there's some in here, because he sounded like maybe there would be other stuff. He wasn't sure. You can have it if you want. Just hold up.
Ori looks down, kind of like sucks her teeth and sniffs. You know what? I think I'm good. Thanks, though.
Okay. While on the subject of containers of liquid, I had a conversation with Lucero, and he said something, and I think it was maybe not literal. It seemed like maybe it was a turn of phrase, but I don't know what it means. He said something about like not trying to find the bottom of a bottle, and when I asked like what that means or like how you would find one, he just says some people never do, and that doesn't really make sense because like it's not that hard to find. Like you can pick up a bottle and like it's right there. So what does that mean?
It means that some people are predisposed to drink away their sorrows. They look for the bottom of that bottle. Not literally, but...
That makes more sense, because we were talking about how to, like, deal with sad emotions, and he said not to find the bottom of a bottle, but, like, I don't know, like, I was a little confused because, unless I close my eyes, every time I pick up a bottle, I'm going to see the bottom of it. So, I just wanted to make sure. I didn't want to, say something stupid to him, though, because, like, it was clear in the moment that's not what he meant. I just didn't know what he did mean. You know?
Mm-hmm. At the note, at the mention of, like, say something stupid to Lucero, Ori just kind of, like, bites her tongue to keep the sass at a minimum.
Are you okay? Look like you maybe winced a little bit.
I'm doing great.
Left you still need to heal?
No, I'm doing great. Fee, promise. I think we got the worst of it out.
You sound like you're lying. I mean, like if you don't want to tell me stuff, that's okay. But like, that wasn't very convincing. Like usually people are like, "Oh, I'm okay," and you were like, "I'm okay," which is like.
Fee.
Yes.
I'll be fine. A lot's happened today. Just give me a bit, okay? And she does, like, Ori does kind of reach over and, like, give Serafina, like, a squeeze on the shoulder.
She'll smile a little bit, and then she'll walk away to go find other people. What's Espen doing?
While you guys are having this conversation, you could probably hear in the distance faint jingling, rattling, probably a bottle or two kind of being pulled out and hitting the ground and rolling. So just, some sounds, but you guys were clearly occupied as Espen has found one of the dressers that Serafina walked past, and she used her claws to like pry it open, and she's going through I'd say like it's probably 2 of her, well, it'd be like 6 foot tall, but it's a fairly tall dresser that she can't quite reach the top to actually see in it, but she can open the top drawer from the bottom, and so it's like above her head, a fully full drawer. And then the drawers that she can reach, she has been pulling things out of, various fabrics, boxes of accessories, whatever might have been left behind in an attempt to find something else to put on in this moment. Her little ears, like, unknown to her, are kind of still on a swivel. They're radaring, even though they are safe in the tent. And as she pulls out another blob of clothing, it flops on the ground. And she goes, "There is a lot of stuff in here we could probably use." And she pulls out a red cloth that seems to have some gold embroidery on it, and she looks and twists it. "We could probably find stuff to use. Just saying. In here." And she throws it to the opposite side, as if to make a pile for herself.
Just like the use, the maybe pile. The definitely not
the
use
donate pile.
Yeah.
Friends and foes, I think we need to roll a d4 because we need to figure out how many fucking rooms are in this fuck ass tent.
Oh yeah.
Because Hyacinth insists.
I feel like we should have either Ori or Lucero make this roll.
We could, but also
feel that?
When we started,
paper, scissors, shoot.
Did you get it? Did you get scissors?
I did.
Yes.
Yeah, I got scissors, bitch. Okay, I'm rolling a d4.
You did say there were like 2 flaps, Laura, when Ori was walking through. So what if we say 2 rooms and then you can roll for beds?
Bad.
You said a couple of flaps, so 2 bedrooms.
I was specifically, I was very specifically vague with that, but you know what? Right.
We can keep vague.
There is 1 bed in each of these side rooms. I rolled this shit. Unless we want to go for each room.
Okay.
Do we want to see 2 in each room?
That's perfect.
Do we want to go with 2 in each room or just 2 overall?
What did you roll again?
I rolled a 2 on the d4.
I say 2 in each room.
We could do
2 in each room.
2 in each room.
Okay.
Or
It's like a hotel room with like
It's got like 2
the vibe I'm
beds.
getting. Yeah, the vibe I'm getting is like a hotel room with like 2 queen beds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. I see
There we go.
What were you saying, Hi? Or what?
we could make that roll for one of the 2 rooms and then roll again for the other. Just to see.
Wild.
If we wanted to.
Is that what you would like to do, Hi?
I think it could be kind of funny.
All right, Justin, you take the other one.
All right, let's go. And
Justin.
1.
Oh, yes. The other one's okay. So may I describe?
Absolutely, go for it.
Take it away.
Okay, so Ori is like pats Serafina on the shoulder. Very pointedly ignores anyone else who's in the main room. Walks into off of the first flap and like looks around. Goes, okay, that's not bad. It's 2 essentially queen size beds, with like, I'm gonna call it a side table on the side of either bed, a foot locker at the foot of either bed, and then let's call it like a dresser, an armoire in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
There is somehow, some way, a chandelier with candles hanging from the ceiling. It's wild. And then she's gonna squint, march to the other bedroom. The flaps close behind her, and you just hear, "Ah, fuck."
I think you would.
You okay?
What?
Oh.
We've got 3 whole beds in this goddamn place.
That feels like a lot.
I agree with Serafina.
A lot of people can sit on one bed.
Or he sticks her head out of the flap and just raises an eyebrow.
Did I say something weird?
I can take my bedroll outside, thanks.
Do you guys have to do the thing that Revlis does? Is that
what the thing that Revlis does?
You like close your eyes for a really long time and you like don't do anything.
Yes, we have to. Yes, some of us have to sleep, Fee.
Oh. Yes, that's going to be more inconvenient.
I forgot that you don't have to sleep.
Yeah.
I thought that was like sort of normal. Is that not?
Some people have to sleep
Some
less.
people needed to sleep?
No.
Didn't they?
Oh. Okay. And
well,
Ori's gonna.
This is awkward.
Ori's gonna duck back into this secondary room that is obviously like the main suite. So whichever noble owned this tent before, this was clearly their room.
Yeah.
It's a fucking like California king bed with a giant footlocker and a fucking chaise lounge. Off to the side, like a whole ass like secondary couch.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just looking at all of this ridiculous splendor, and you can all probably hear her just muttering under her breath in Orcish. Just, are you fucking kidding me? Who needs this much goddamn space when you're camping? I swear to fucking gods.
Ori, if I can.
What?
I have a question
What?
For
you. Yeah?
As you're in here and you're looking at this, you're muttering all of this to yourself. What is going through your mind? Because I imagine that you don't forget the events of today like that. Like, no matter everything that just happened, you try and deal with as you can, but you're given this little bit of respite. But what is going through your mind at the moment besides the obvious, this is way too much room? How are you processing and dealing with the heaviness that had gone down earlier in that day?
Justin.
Hi, how's it going?
You say that like she's gonna process anything tonight. Yeah. Ori is like, shit's happened. She almost killed a party member, not of her own volition. There has been some level of betrayal, at least to her inkling. I think part of her understands that she's not being entirely fair when it comes to her annoyance, her anger, her irritation. But she's a fucking barbarian. They don't exactly have the healthiest of coping mechanisms. So I think her muttering and being annoyed at the splendor comes from equal parts. Like, she has lived in the lower wards of the crown city of Ressia. She has seen the grief and poverty that the have-nots in the empire have. And I think she's funneling a lot of her frustration and anger into that, as opposed to dealing with the actual problem that has been presented to her. Because it's way easier to just offload those feelings into something else.
That's fair. So valid, yeah.
Excellent. Well, maybe I'll go check on Revlis.
Serafina feels really awkward and like the odd one out now, so she's just exiting the conversation.
As Serafina removes herself from that space, Espen is still digging around in the like main area, the living quarter area, and she pulls something out of the drawer, and it is like a floral pinkish pattern, and she goes, "Oh, Serafina, this kind of looks like something. I think it's some sort of coat. No, well, it looks like something you would wear. Here."
Oh.
And she like yeet.
She'll grab that, and then she's also gonna like pause for a second, think about it, and then grab the bag full of her clothes, and she's gonna take that outside with her too. She's still wearing the robe with her belt around it, and then just her one necklace she always wears with the hourglass. And then she'll exit the tent. What's Revlis getting up to? Is he eavesdropping on everybody? Is he minding his own business?
You know, for once he is minding his own fucking business. He does not want to cause more chaos, especially when he already caused some of that chaos. So he's sitting pretty. He's just enjoying his liquors. He's got like a little stick pulled out that he's like whittling down again. He's trying to make like a snake out of this nice long piece of wood. He's taking out his knife and he's trying to carve all those like intricate twirls and twists into this. He's trying to like hollow out a little bit in the middle now where like the snake could have wrapped around back on top of itself. He's just trying to create like a little necklace or ornament or something like that. And as Serafina comes back out, he'll look her way and give a nod, notice that she still has the flask, and then almost for the first time notice that she's not wearing what she normally wears. Says, You all right there, lass?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. She doesn't really know what he's referring to. She is gonna take the bag of clothes and say, Espen was sorting through some of the stuff in the drawers, and we just found some stuff that's where we want to make more space. And she's gonna take the bag of her old clothes and throw it into the fire Revlis made.
Oh.
It's just trash, so now there's more space. But you know, we found some cool stuff. Anything interesting happen out here?
Not until you sent smoke signals to the gods. Just as a quick lesson for you, Serafina. Normally cloth doesn't burn well, and when it does, it lets off a lot of smoke. So if we're ever camping in an area that's a little more hostile, remember, don't throw the clothes in the fire when we're still settled down. If that's still something you want to do, perfectly fine. Let's just do it before we leave the area.
Okay, I guess I thought that, I didn't realize that, like, gods watched for smoke signals, and I thought we were only really hiding from, like, the Archfey. And so I thought, like, if she wanted to find us, she probably would, even without the smoke signals. Do the space beasts look for smoke signals?
No. No, Serafina, that was a turn of phrase. That was just I don't even know what to call it myself, honestly. Why do we use phrases like that? Why is that a thing? Is this just a way to embellish our speech? Make us sound smarter than we are?
An exaggeration?
Who knows?
I think people like to exaggerate a lot.
Regardless, I'm glad for your company out here for however long you'd like to stay. I'd wager it's like a nest of hornets in there. Is everyone mad at each other?
Well, I mean, Lucecho's not really talking. Espen is looking through stuff, and Ori's mad at the tent, but nobody's fighting right now.
Ori's mad at the tent?
Yeah, I guess it's like too fancy for her.
Too fancy?
Yeah, like people shouldn't have stuff this fancy, I guess.
He looks over at the tent, looks back at Seraphina, looks over at the tent again. That's too fancy?
She said for camping. I've never really camped before this trip, so, but she said she's going to sleep on her bedroll out here, which, speaking of which, Keflis, like, what percentage of people would you say sleep? Just like if you were going to like give a half estimate, you know.
Well,
somewhere like between like 50% to like everyone.
Well, I'm not quite sure the last time that the census was done, but I do know that the elven population is quite large, or not large, but standard. I would say about 80%, 70 to 80% sleep.
Okay, so like there's still like a pretty good chunk that don't.
Yes, to a degree. It's not commonly talked about. Is this something that you do? You don't sleep. I'm remembering a couple instances where you haven't.
Yeah,
is this news to you?
No, yeah, remember because you taught me the word for it. Back when we were going to have the drawing competition, but then right. I threw a barrel and then we didn't finish the drawing competition. They were like a little bit upset about there's like not that many beds in the tent, but they're like really big beds, and so I said like it's not a big deal because we can just like multiple people can sit on one bed, like they're pretty big. But then I realized that like maybe they needed to like lay down on the bed, and so I took a poll to see like how many people sleep in our party, and it seems a lot like I'm the only one who doesn't, and so I just feel a little bit awkward.
I'm starting to understand where some more of the frustration is coming from. Seraphina, can I ask you a question?
Yes?
What happens when fire and water meet?
One either evaporates or puts out the other.
That's right, they don't mix well, right?
Yes. Is this about not making more smoke? Because I obviously know water makes smoke.
No, the smoke is fine. It's perfectly fine. In fact, I think with all the smoke in the air out here right now, that if anyone was looking for us, they would have found us by now. So I'm not sure what point there is to keeping a watch. So you and I will take some fresh air for a little bit, and then we'll both pop back inside. But the point I was trying to make is there are a lot of us that are rather at odds with each other right now, like fire and water. And when you try to mix the two, especially very close together, it doesn't mix very well. And I think that may be why Ori is upset. Because if you're trying to put, heaven forbid, myself or Lucero in close proximity to her tonight, I don't think one of us is waking up in the morning.
So then, do we just put everybody else in one room? I could just stay in the main room because I don't need like to lay down.
I am thinking that, but depending on the environment that we have in this tent, I think that I may stay in the main room with you as well, closest to the door.
Okay. Do you sleep better by doors?
Funnily enough, yes. There's a calming effect that it has sometimes. It just knowing that there's a cool breeze and an easy way to wake up and get going, start your day, so to speak. Anyway, sorry. It's been a long day, and there's lots of ramblings and thoughts happening inside my mind. Is there anything that you would like to talk about right now? Anything on your mind before we pop back in? Yes, take over, Justin.
Before we get there, as you ask the question, the camera will kind of pull right back in, and I think we'll head over back to Espen. As you continue doing what you're doing, Mike, I kind of pose a similar question to you. It's that events of today and just everything in like God knows how long it's a lot. What is going through Espen's thoughts? Does any of this kind of pop in? Does she try and help process any of this? What is going on in her mind?
Espen is trying to distract herself. The last thing she wants to think about is the last 24-ish, 48 hours since right before they left the bones. She is in a moment of, if she thinks about it for too long, she gonna have a hard time. She gonna have a rough time. She was having a rough go of it before they left the bones, and so she is in this dresser, ears literally tweaking back and forth, on high alert, and she's pacing basically back and forth, examining everything in this tent. She went from pulling everything out of the dresser, and she left piles of it on the floor. It looks like a hot mess, but as she's like going into, would we consider it a kitchen area? Ye old kitchen area, kitchenette.
You know what? Yeah, I feel like we've got like we'll call it like a cold box and like one of those little like wood stoves.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Yeah, and maybe like a little tiny like countertop with like a butcher's block on it.
I don't think though that with this being potential royalty, I think that if with this being belonging to potential royalty, or at least like upper class, there's stuff that's going to be there, but the whoever owned this before didn't do this themselves.
They didn't. Yeah.
So, Espen, I think as soon as you try and do anything with like anything yourself to try and cook something, you're probably greeted with some unseen servants that don't necessarily that won't talk, but you'll bump into them, and then you'll see as like things start to kind of like move on in, and maybe like a slip that says, "What can we get you, Mum?"
God.
She like claws
Zach,
the
this is your
paper
fault.
to feel like, make sure it's real, and then she lifts it straight into the air and doesn't look back at Lucero, but is like waving it in the air, and she goes, "Lucero, do you see this?" As she's waving the piece of paper. Do you see
go for it.
what's over here? The paper, it's real. I'm touching it, but the thing in front of me, I'm afraid to look away.
I think Lucero would just kind of like groan as he like gets up and sees it. He'll probably recognize it's not your handwriting and say, "Who wrote that?"
The thing in front of me, look. I can't take my eyes off of it.
There's nothing in front of you. What are you talking about?
What do you mean? What? When she looks back, is it there still? Or did it go away?
You'll see like the instruments still kind of floating, but they'll slowly float back down onto the thing. As he just continues like looking. You may not see exactly like the instruments themselves like having gone down by themselves, but he's like, "What are you talking about?"
I didn't touch anything over here. Come here. Look.
He groans as he gets up and slowly walks over. He's like, what?
I think there's... Are there ghosts here too? Because things are moving. I didn't touch over here. You can touch this piece of paper, right? And when he hobbles over, she passes him the note.
Grabs it. What do you want, ma'am? Okay. He's gonna reach over to a knife, and I imagine as he does, the knife will kind of pop on up, and then like the paper will just kind of like wiggle, and it's like, oh. We said this was royalty, right?
Something like that.
And you're gonna see like a mischievous grin appear on his face, and he'll kind of like lick his fang before he says, keep it simple. I think I would like a ham sandwich.
What?
And I think
Who are you talking to?
whatever just waved and messed around with that paper, I would like a ham sandwich. And I think that's at that point we'll start to see as like the ingredients for everything that would make a ham sandwich to start to appear and being made before like a plate hovers down in front of him, and he'll grab it and smirk and says, thank you.
Oh. Okay, so not ghosts.
I think whoever owned this probably wanted to make sure that that all of their accommodations were taken care of, including their meals and possibly even their drinks. So go ahead and ask, and I think you might get it.
All right. Knife. Can I have some, like a loaf of bread, I guess?
I think one may just like come out of nowhere and then just kind of like plop right next to you.
Oh.
I think Ori steps out as the ham sandwich is handed over to Lucero, and as the loaf of bread is just deposited into Espen's paws, she narrows her eyes and calls out across the tent, "Rabbit stew."
Instantly, all of the ingredients for like rabbit stew just starts to come on in before like a huge pot starts like going over to where the stove is, and then a fire just immediately comes right on up, and the amazing aromas that would come from the cooking begin going, and you'll see like a little ladle just start to like swirl around it just to keep it going. And then Lucero would look over at you, Ori, and say, in the mood for a stew?
Yeah, I'm fucking hungry. Espen
Nah.
raises an eyebrow. I think you know what I'm about to say.
You really like stew?
Nice try. Sit.
What? Are you sure? Do you want some of this bread instead? Like,
You feel free to bring the bread with you, but we got some shit to talk about.
I don't... Did you want to look in the dresser too? I mean, we can talk after that. There's so many interesting things to do.
Espen.
She is walking towards the conversation pit.
And
Go for it.
And I think Ori just like whistles loud enough that Fee and Revlis hear her. Just, hey, get in here.
I think as you say that, the camera will pull back as well and find our compatriots that are outside, continuing on with their conversation. Before too long, they hear Ori's whistle.
Right after Revlis asks Seraphina, was it if there was anything she was thinking about or wanted to talk about? I guess it's...
Yeah, he just asked, what is on your mind?
She's gonna start fiddling with her necklace, the hourglass necklace, and just say, like, she's like a little hesitant still. in like telling anyone because she doesn't even really know what's going on. But she's just gonna say, I have you ever had like something you thought was in your imagination, but then it was real? Like you weren't imagining it.
Yes, I have.
I think some of the things I thought I was imagining maybe weren't imagined. So that's new, or I guess like maybe not new. I don't really know if they were always real or if they're real now. But I don't really know what to do with that information. Oh, I think I heard Orky call us. Guess we better go inside.
As we turn to go inside, I'm assuming Seraphine is going first.
Yeah, she like turns around.
Be pounding his fist into his head. He's like, so close, so close.
And as you both enter in, you both are suddenly hit with the smell of rabbit stew, and the aromas of it as it is cooking just instantly smack you both in the face. And then as you take in that fragrance, you'll also see as like Lucero goes to walk over to where the where Espen is. Lucero has a ham sandwich. Espen has a loaf of bread, and we're all congregating to the same place.
Seraphina still hasn't smelled a lot of things, so she's gonna inhale really deeply, and then she's gonna go, is that what like tents usually smell like? Or is like that the bread?
No. Where in the blue blazes did you all find this food?
Ghosts.
Pardon?
Yeah, they're in the kitchen.
And that's a good thing?
I don't know, they gave me bread.
Is it
Fair enough.
they?
Apples and honey, please.
Immediately, like a jar of honey with some apples are immediately cut up in front of you, and on a plate you'll see as like they're beautifully placed on there, and the jar tilts over to where a good glob of like honey just gets down on the side, and there's like a little design that's left as the thing just hovers over to you, Revelus, and just waits for you to take it.
All right, that's a bit much. Thank you now, though. And he's gonna take the plate and stare at it confused.
Hey, so
I've
like,
never met a helpful ghost before.
yeah, like maybe don't eat it. What if it's like fake?
That chance.
If this was something that was owned by Ressian nobility, they likely had someone spell the area so they don't have to do their own fucking cooking.
Worked out.
Fair enough.
Worked out well for us.
It's kind of weird to even just like have servants. Like I feel like it's kind of weird to like have ghosts. I feel like most people just hire like other people.
Yeah, but that would involve paying them.
Oh. But if you're like a noble, you have a lot of money.
Exactly.
Like my family just paid people.
Oh, okay. So like you had a lot of servants growing up. Did you have a big house?
It looked pretty big from the outside, and the roof was pretty big, and my room was pretty big. And I know there were servants. I don't know how many.
Oh, okay. What else about your house? Was it like really old? Was it really cool?
Aspen.
Yeah, worry.
Can you tell us a little bit about what we just encountered?
Yeah. What would you like to know?
I think as much as possible, considering she tried to make me kill one of you.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to get this to go away. Like I turned into a mouse, and so I she still has that piece of paper in her hand that the unseen servant handed her, and on the back side of it, she's going to pull out a like a pen, like some ink to write down Alaris's name on it, and she puts it down on the table in the center of the conversation pit, and as she places it down, she goes, don't say it out loud. This is who that was, and she's a little mad because she used to kind of be our god, but we knew her as a different name. And for as long as anyone on the mountain knew, she was our god. She was called the Eternal Queen, and we didn't leave the mountain for thousands of years, hundreds of thousands of years. It was a very long time, and she got power from us, I guess. Some of it's a little fuzzy, but she was trying to become very strong, to become a god. And I put a very, very big hole in her plan. And she's the reason that, like, I had to leave home this time. She gave me permission the first time when we thought she was a god, and it was like a blessing, and it was really good, but turns out this was really bad. And
what was the hole in the plan?
Telling her no. And
what was the plan?
That she was going to ascend to godhood. I don't fully know all of it. She was trying to, and
there were more Oblavarans helping her ascend to godhood?
Not really.
Or at least not willingly.
Not. Yeah, so that we were like, I guess you call them a cleric. Here. I didn't realize there were other gods until I came off of the mountain. So we only believed in the Eternal Queen. And I was a cleric of the Eternal Queen for several years. And when I got permission to leave the mountain, everything was okay until we realized that she wasn't good. She didn't always do good things, and I was able to learn that, and yeah, it kind of changed everything for us. Yeah, so it wasn't good.
And she likes you less than the other girls? It's like she was saying her name specifically.
Yeah, it's because I like stopped her big plan from getting on a godhood. And I don't know all of it. What I do know is that I fought her once, and I destroyed her temple, and then she was extra mad. So I think she was getting power from the mountain.
So, let me get this straight. You were a cleric of hers. You told her no, stopped her plan, burned her temple, and bounced.
Burn it. It's still there. It's like really old.
I'm
You
impressed.
said you destroyed it.
For a being of that strength, you sure burned her well.
Yes, maybe because I knew her, or thought I did. I think she got a little complacent, but she's really strong, and I don't trust being around her, which is why I left, so she would follow me and not stay on the mountain, because once we realized what her plan was, my brother and the Underbarons came back on top of the mountain, and now we're the Oblivarons. It's a long story. It's a lot. She trapped some of us under the mountain, and then
Did I hear you right when you said you left so that she would follow you, and you just didn't tell us that you had an evil archfey following you?
It's not that I didn't tell you. It's that
You didn't
I thought
not tell us.
I thought that she was far enough away from what I could tell.
Can't archfey like teleport?
Yeah, but sometimes I can teleport too.
When?
When my claws glow. I don't have control over that though.
Why did we need this? Oh, I was going to say, why did we need a teleportation spell then? But if you don't have control over it.
No, sometimes it just happens and the plane splits open.
So she's going to keep coming after you, is what I'm hearing.
That's what it sounds like.
Hopefully she'll just get tired of looking for me.
Or I don't think a being like that ever gets tired of chaos. I
know you guys said you need to sleep, but I don't think archfays need to sleep like you guys. So
she has a point.
No.
I want to back up to another thing you said though, Espen. You have a brother?
Yes, several, and a sister. Several.
I feel like this is just important information that we should talk about. Because if you have family that's out there right now that could potentially be in harm's way if this archfey decides to target someone close to you rather than you, I feel like that would be a pretty good thing to know about before it happens. If it ever did. Not saying that it will.
Well, they are on the mountain, and we're strongest on the mountain. So as long as they stay there, they're okay. Because there's definitely a lot of magic up there that's... Listen, we're very secretive, okay? So, like, my family in particular can harness the magic in the mountain, and that's why I'm always looking for that really cool gold. We're able to harvest that. We're able to mine it magically from the mountain, and we just have a lot of cool things we can do to keep her away. If they were off the mountain, I would be more afraid, but also, they're safest there. Like, face map is weird.
The rest of us are unfortunately off the mountain, and it seems she is content to fuck with us through you.
Well, it was just Dante and I. So it wasn't something I had thought about until it happened, and then... I'm sorry. It's not It's not something that I meant to hide or did intentionally. It kind of slipped my mind because it felt like maybe it had gone away. Maybe she had gotten tired and found something else to do. And then when we encountered those weird sand creatures and they started whispering, and I knew she was at least closer or something. But also I'm safer on the other side of the world with the water. I just thought we were far enough away from the mountain is all.
Oh.
Aspen, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but she's definitely found you.
I know.
And she's pretty upset, in case we missed that part.
Yeah.
So, Espen, what do you want to do about it?
Well, my plan was just to keep moving around. And, just avoid what happened just now. Because, she's a lot like a ghost. That was my plan.
Around is a good plan. I think that's a good plan.
And
Normally, I would condone moving around as well, but she's different, Espen. I don't think you can outrun that demon.
Well, I don't...
We could just, take her down. She's probably not even that strong.
So,
And
we
there's
were on
5
the
of
mountain
us.
for thousands of years, and none of us knew that she was not a god.
Right, but she just lied to
Um,
you, and now we know she's lying.
It
So
wasn't
she's
just. It wasn't just that. She sort of, kind of performed what you would assume are godlike miracles. So she's very strong.
Did she bring
Yeah, no
you guys
kidding.
back to life?
Well, according to the legend, she gave us life and kept
But
us
no one
safe.
saw that and is alive anymore, so...
Well, no, it was
She,
thousands of years
could've-
ago.
Yeah, so she could have just told you that.
Yes, but I got to see visions and things, and it at least was real while it was real. If that makes any sense. My whole plan was to keep moving, and when I encountered her, I had hoped I would be stronger, or find some sort of magic to hold a archfey, or some way to, I don't want to say trick her, but some way
Why
to
not?
bind her. I just
Prison
hadn't
her?
gotten there. Maybe. She kept us on the mountain for so long. If she can do it, I feel like we could do it.
There is
rather-
poetry in
Aye.
that. Make no mistake.
Why do you say it like that? I don't like the way you said that.
Well, she imprisons you for, you said, hundreds of thousands of years?
Yeah.
If she's imprisoned you for that long, the irony of you turning it around and placing it on her, it just makes me excited.
Yeah, payback's a bitch.
At
Takes
this
one to know one, though.
At this point, one of the Ori, your stew floats over and just very gently lands right in front of you with a spoon in there for you.
Ori's gonna pick it up and just kind of dive in, and honestly, she just kind of falls quiet because she's you can see in her face she's not very good at hiding it. She's thinking of contingencies. She's trying to formulate some kind of a fucking plan to deal with this problem that has been dropped on us. But she's also fucking hungry.
Yeah. I have done a little research, and I think there are certain items that can prevent me from being tracked. I just, I got distracted by, our quest. And I couldn't find anything in the bones that would do what I needed to, but I know that there is several types of amulets that do hide you from being able to be found. So that was my next step, I guess. But I thought the bones would have it because the bones has a lot of stuff like that, and then they didn't, and then
hold that thought. Seraphina, where's that ring that I gave you?
She's gonna start digging through her pockets, and she's gonna kind of panic a little bit. Pi, didn't you say Espen dropped it?
No, I put it back when
Oh, okay.
Because I changed back. But she was in one of your little pouches, so as she moved out, it would have. Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be lost back in the castle. Oh god. She climbs out, then drops it. She'll dig through her pocket and then she'll pull it out, and kind of sheepishly since she wasn't wearing it, and then she's gonna go, here.
Thank you. That's okay. Don't worry. Okay. Actually, this pertains to you as well, Seraphina. Espen, this is a keepsake that I've had for years. This is a ring of mind shielding. This renders your mind essentially invisible from others around you. Now, I was trying to be sly about this before, and Seraphina, I apologize about this, but I gave this to you because I knew about your imaginary friend. And I was mistrustful of him. However, I understand where I made my mistakes. And you and I have already talked about that to a degree. So I'm coming clean on this as well. I apologize. Espen, this is for you now. You keep this, you put this on. Potentially this hides your mind from any eyes unwanted.
The mouse ring? Okay.
Okay. Hold on.
Yep, that's what it is.
I have to ask this question. I'm still new around here, but you've all been traveling around for what feels like a significant amount of time, especially with how close you all appear to be. And you're telling me that you all have a bunch of secrets you are keeping from each other.
I wouldn't say a bunch.
I think you'll see as Lucero kind of looks over and just kind of he'll smirk a little bit as he gives Seraphina a look before he looks back to the rest of the group. You all have secrets that you keep from one another.
Well, to be fair, Dante knew everything I just said. So I did not keep a secret from him.
I mean, Espen did mention somebody was looking for her, but then one of my other friends said that we didn't need to worry about her and she wasn't that strong, so I wasn't too worried about it.
Other friends? Who told you she wasn't that strong?
That's a good question. But apparently she is pretty strong, so maybe that's a problem. And my other friend isn't here right now, so we're kind of on our own.
You have another friend that you've been traveling with. That's where have they been?
Did you think I didn't have any friends?
No, but I imagine you all were friends here. And so, as far as I remember, it's only been us. Unless you left another friend somewhere around here.
Let me clear that up for you there, Lucero. There have been a series of events that Serafina has not wanted to talk about a friend that she has that, for lack of a better term, remains invisible.
An invisible friend.
Exactly. Now, and as Revelus is speaking, he's going to walk over into like the little kitchenette area. He's just going to like whisper, whiskey, and just grab a nice large bottle and a glass, and he's going to go walk and pour a glass to anyone who wants to take it. And as he does so, he's just going to talk and say, well, as you're hinting at here, Lucero, we all have secrets. We all have ghosts, so to speak. So, let's play a game, shall we?
Let's make
this game a
little bit more fun then.
Yes.
You can all opt out. And then you're gonna see is like he puts his hand into like the center of the table, and it'll glow a mixture of a red and blue, almost like they're kind of like fighting each other. And before I go any further, would anybody have objections to Lucero casting what is it?
Zone of Truth?
Are you fucking Zone of Truthing us?
All of us.
I don't have a problem with it, but Ori's gonna fight it.
No, that's okay.
I mean,
but as players, I want to make sure like we're cool with it. If not, no big deal, and the spell can fail. But
I mean, if I remember right about Zone of Truth, you can still decline to answer questions. You just
you
can't
can speak
lie.
around it. Yeah.
Yeah, you could just not talk, but if you do talk, it's gonna be real hard for you to lie.
Mm-hmm.
But
what's that save, Justin?
Charisma 14. And then
charisma.
Yeah, and for interest, I propose that if you decide to oppose it, we all know what the spell save is, charisma 14. Keep that to yourself and let your answers be
okay.
Convey your role with the answer.
All right.
Bet.
For that.
Wouldn't Lucero be able to sense who it's working on, though?
You know so he will know whether or not a creature fails or succeeds, but
nobody else will.
Nobody else will.
Okay. So we all gotta like send whispers to Justin. According to what we rolled.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm understanding.
And you don't have to like tell me,
Yes.
like you can just say yes or no, and that's pretty much it.
Okay.
So if we're all cool with that, if y'all are down for that,
Yeah.
you'll see
Yeah,
us.
I think that's super fun.
You'll see as like the red and the blue continue to fight each other before they burst out in like this purplish flame, and it'll go and encompass all of us as we sit there, him included. And he will obviously fail his own fail because for him, he has no reason to lie, at least for what the information that he has and he knows of at the moment. So he will fail, and I will let you all know that above table.
Yeah, but he like doesn't know anything about himself right now.
As that happens, Revelus is going to point over towards Lucero. Is that what I think it was?
Yes, it was.
Wonderful.
As I've told Ori before, and he'll look over to her. He'll look over to her and say, "We're keeping things respectful around here."
She is glaring at Lucero with daggers.
Well, then if we are going to get started, then I believe one of us need to start. Let me volunteer myself. Good evening, everyone. My name is Revelus Noge. I'm known by another name, but it is not the name that I was given or the name that I choose. A name that you may know me by is John Silver. Now, it's a little bit of a funny story how that came about, but perhaps we'll spare that story for a more light-hearted evening. I am a notorious highwayman, pirate, captain, and thief, and was so for close to 2 decades. I sacked every ship imaginable and did unspeakable things in my time as a captain of a ship. But I am retired as of the last 7 years. So, pleasure to meet you all. Do with that what you may. Who's next?
Should we maybe ask questions, or do we just start at the beginning of our lives?
I think it's whatever you all are.
That's not very interesting.
I feel like it's whatever you're most comfortable letting out. I do believe that some of the big secrets that are kept around here are probably best to let out, even if it's just letting out and conveying as much as you're comfortable with. I can go next if it makes everybody feel more comfortable. And he'll just give a very smug look at everybody as he says, well, I've said it already. I've introduced myself, Lucero Emberhold. I'm not from this plane. This is not my home. And yet I've found myself here. I have found that while I was out of things, I was still adventuring and doing stuff under the guise of a Dante. And, well, there have been struggles internally for myself that I am not used to. In normal circumstances, I would give 2 shits about whether or not you are dealing with anything that comes with our lives. I wouldn't care too much if whether you lived, died, you betrayed us, because I would just take my vengeance out tenfold. And yet, for some reason, I find myself caring. And that is strange for me. And I have no idea where it's, well, I have an idea of where it's coming from. So I'm working through that.
You seem perfectly capable of taking your vengeance regardless.
At least I still have that. But I'm trying to figure out why I'm here. I'm trying to figure out how I got here. And I'm trying to figure out all of your deal as well. Again, this is something that's new to me, and I have no idea just what to do with it. But I'm glad that my nightmares are still remembering who I am and have seemed to be of helpful to us still.
Isn't pretty nice.
I've trained them to be otherwise.
Oh. Why?
They're war nightmares.
Have you been to war?
I want to say that I have. I don't remember a lot, but I know my nightmares.
Yes. Is there like a Q&A portion of this, or is it like only biographies?
That is a great question. How should we play this game? Should we open up for questions afterwards, or all go around, get something off your chest, and then we sort of popcorn around to shoot questions at each other?
As silly of an idea as that sounds, I think that might actually be the best one.
Which one?
Look at us, agreeing on yet another thing. We may be friends yet.
Don't get your hopes up.
Oh, I won't. Who's next?
Well, like, I already told you guys my big thing. And like, my name is Espen. I go by Espen here. So when I'm at home, my name is Vera. And my clan's name is Goldstone. And I have a large family on the Guardian Mountain. And up until, somewhat recently, I lived with my family and it was fine. And now I'm just running from an archfey. So, that's... You guys know.
Concise, straight to the point. Excellently done, Espen.
Yeah.
I believe that leaves only 2.
I mean, mine's not really super interesting. I almost died when I was a baby, and then my parents prayed to the gods, and then I didn't die, and then they were worried about me, and like most kids, I just kind of grew up primarily in my room. Didn't really go outside of it. Sometimes I would climb out the window and sit on the roof. And I built things, and I made friends, literally, because I couldn't go outside. So I built one and I imagined another. And then I decided to run away a little bit so that I could explore. And now I'm here. Okay, Orhi, it's your turn.
Revelus is making like that exact face as Seraphina. Just that.
Seraphina's kind of looking at everybody and catching the perplexed looks, and she kind of has that moment of like, I thought everything I said was normal, so why are you guys looking at me like that? What part was weird?
I think she would see on Luceto's face one of interest, because he's able to tell, and it's interest and intrigue of everything she had just said, but he doesn't say anything else. Everything is just non-verbal looks that he's giving her.
She's gonna desperately look to Ori. She's like, start talking, please save me.
Ori's very intently raising an eyebrow at Seraphina, because as far as she's aware, there is more to that story, considering there was that whole conversation they had about the imaginary friend that is not an imaginary friend. Who's the friend that stuck around, Seraphina?
I mean, they both did. One of them's in my bag. He's just not like super smart. And then but the imaginary one stuck around too.
Does the imaginary one have a name?
Yes, but he doesn't really like when I tell people his name.
You should write it down like I did.
No, it's not like a scary, like he's gonna like hurt anybody. It's just like a secret that he asked me not to tell.
Did your parents?
My friends' secrets.
Did your parents pray to a real god?
Yes. I think
Which
the fake
one?
god thing is kind of a unique experience to you. Because we were in a city. So like
Well,
there was
I mean, I grew up in a city too.
yeah, but we were like connected to the rest of the world. Calbury has like huge science conventions every year where people like come and buy inventions and sell inventions like from all over the world.
Well, we had people come up on the mountain. Merchants would come every once in a while.
And none of them mentioned or noticed that your god was fake?
No.
Because there's like pretty big temples in Calipri. Like I think somebody would ask questions.
They weren't allowed to go there.
Oh yeah, the temples in Calipri are pretty publicly accessible. You can just kind of like walk in.
What god did they pray to then?
I think they pray to the god of life, and also maybe the god of death, but for sure the god of life.
That's a good one, right? She,
Yeah,
like,
I mean, if
looks
you're
at all
dealing
of
with
you.
life and death, I feel like those are the ones you would pray to, right?
I guess so.
Now, I hate to cut the questions short, but I believe we were supposed to get through everyone and then ask all the questions.
Seraphina's like aggressively nodding.
Ori has gotten through the vast majority of her stew, but she kind of thunks the bowl down with a little more force than is necessary, crosses her arms, and there's a moment where you're not sure if she's going to speak. She kind of grinds her teeth, and you can see her tongue sort of move over the tips of her tusks. My name is Oriane Shieldbreaker. I grew up in the low slums of Ressia, and I am a smuggler for the Red Ladies. I am currently wanted by the High Crown of Ressia for sedition, high treason, piracy, arson, looting, poaching, kidnapping, and general lawlessness. There's a 3,000 gold piece price on my head.
Impressive.
Did you actually do the kidnapping one?
Yep.
So you're both pirates?
Yes.
Okay.
Although I do admit her rap sheet is most likely more impressive than mine.
Yeah, and the thieves that I run with tend to have a little more honor.
Well, no one's arguing that point. Well, I think it's time for some questions then. Seraphina,
Oh.
how old were you when you remembered this friend, this imaginary friend, joining you?
He was always there? I mean, like, I guess maybe not when I was, like, born, but, like, He was always there. Lucero, do you remember anything about, Madame Crimsonmore?
You know, it's actually a really good question. You know what? Because I think it's funny.
Not right now.
Do it!
Laura, do you want to give me a DC to see if I remember this?
Oh, what are you rolling, bud?
You tell me.
History?
I am at your service.
What is the DC for detect thoughts? Like wisdom, charisma?
I think it's wisdom.
It is a wisdom.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's call it. Let's say DC 15 gives you a sprinkle.
Okay.
DC 20 gets you a little more. 20 and above.
Just straight up.
Dealer's choice.
All right.
Actually, no, 25 and above. 25 and above, dealer's choice.
25.
I don't want you to blow your load too soon.
Can you get 25?
I don't fucking know.
Wisdom saving or like straight wisdom and
Wisdom saving, because there is definitely a block in that noggin.
okay, cool. There is a chance then. There is a chance. Okay. Ooh. That is a 19.
So,
Oh.
okay. You think about it, Lucero. And for a moment, that wall that came down, part of it is still there. In fact, it seems like it might be connected to something that's more like a labyrinth. You crawl over that wall, you try to take a turn, you get a couple of steps, and then
Smacked.
there's something else there. But there's a sliver, a tiny chink in that wall.
I think you would visibly see, like, as like he's thinking, once he hits that wall and is smacked with it, he kind of winces before he shakes it off and says, She was a war mage. I think she was my master. An Ifrit. Things are still very fuzzy, but there is Jasur Crimson Moor. She was my master.
And by master, you do mean warmonger.
I couldn't tell you.
It does sound like maybe
Right.
you've been to war, though. If you have war nightmares and a war mage was your master.
Yeah. That makes sense. But why? Why were we going to war?
Probably the same reasons everyone goes to war. It's like land, money, power. So there's really only like 3.
But with who?
Oh,
Can you remember that?
you forget one. You also go to war for love, believe it or not.
The eye roll that Oriane gives. If she rolled her eyes any harder, they would get stuck there.
That one I don't think was in any of the textbooks I read. Did you have do you have any history books with you from the Plane of Fire? Because it would be interesting to read about a war like that.
I don't. No, I don't have any of the things that I had back then. Not that I
Okay,
remember.
sorry, that was a stupid question. But maybe your nightmares could bring some back. Can your nightmares still go back to the elemental plane of fire?
I believe that they can. I don't think I can go with them, though.
Oh. Maybe they could bring back a book.
I can ask next time. I might not, depending on if I remember, but I could try to ask.
Okay.
And he's gonna look over to Ori and say, how badly do you just want to smack me right in the jaw?
Ooh, we're getting into that territory, are we?
Don't know if you want the answer to this question.
Oh, I do, or else I wouldn't have asked it.
If I had my way, you'd be spitting out teeth.
Maybe after this, we can see if you can try.
Kids, play nice, please. And I can't believe I'm the one saying that.
I've got one for you too, John.
Yep, I'll take my broadside when it comes.
Aspen.
Oh, if I like the questions.
What did she almost says the name because she is not versed in Fey nonsense. She doesn't know this shit. So it's one of those instances. What did what did she? What was she trying to do to ascend? Was it a ritual?
We did rituals, but it was kind of more like our affection gave her strength, and it always felt like when we did good things, I guess it made everything better. It's hard to explain because have you ever been anywhere that's like, I guess in your spring, when you walk around flowers that are in bloom and you can smell them and you feel happy?
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a city kid through and through. I don't spend much time frolicking in fields.
Okay, when you walk into the kitchen and there's food that you wanted, and then you're happy because it smells good and it doesn't smell stinky.
Yeah, okay.
That makes you happy, and you can tell that the person who made the food was also happy and they gave you food, and then everybody's happy. So whenever we would pray at her temple, or bring her crafter's gold, or bring her any information about the world, she just always seemed really happy to learn and to hold the information. And, well, in my case, with my family, like, I guess magic. But she gave us our magic, so... I guess it's not hard to explain. I guess our love...
Devotion.
I think it's...
Yeah.
Do you think that other emotions might give her power too? Like fear?
Well, probably. She seemed pretty pleased when I was afraid.
Afraid?
Yeah. But I think it has more to do with her temple, since we crushed that, it's had something to do with her being able to harness the power there. So I think she's just not a good being. So her getting any joy from fear is just her being awful.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Revlis, you said you retired 7 years ago. Why? What made you retire? You don't
that is a
have
very
to
good
tell me.
question. There's a number of reasons. Chief among those being that reason that our friend, should I call you that? Is that really a title you deserve, Lucero?
I wouldn't call you a friend. We're just traveling companions at this point right now.
Let's not push it.
Yeah.
Regardless, Lucero brought up a very good point. Love. I fell in love. And I retired because I knew that my current status in life, didn't have a great appreciation rate. It didn't turn out very successful individuals that stayed in it for long, or at least not in the realm of staying alive. So I decided to leave, and I got out on my own terms, and left a good crew behind. They're still out there, to the best of my knowledge, but that's the biggest reason I left.
Why does Kate want you dead?
Hey, Pyrea, let's have you do this one.
Yeah.
I need to make a check to see if I remember this.
Okay.
Boy, have people been sticking their little fingies in your brain too? What? What the fuck?
Why are there so many thingies in people's brains?
Tell me, Pyrea, should I be making a
Feeling?
should I be making a wisdom or intelligence saving throw on this one?
Oh, see, my brain actually was thinking Constitution.
Constitution, I like that.
That's kind of
Because
interesting.
Yeah, because
let's roll
all
with
the
that
weird
one.
stuff that's going on with you, I feel like it's Constitution, and then you're gonna age 10 years. I'm kidding.
Jesus.
Okay, then.
45.
48, guys. Jesus Christ.
So 48.
Okay, here we go. Let's see what we're gonna get here. Oh, hell yeah. That's a 15 plus 5 for a dirty 20.
I think the same rules apply, where it's like you get a little bit more than a sprinkle. That's
Sorry, I
that's
start
what
to
Laura
glean
said,
a little
right?
more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Truth be told, I don't know. And it's not for a lack of reasons either. There's plenty of reasons why she wants me dead. Just don't know which one it is. You see, the name that I am most famous underneath So it's always Long John. Long John. And I was called Long John because my interrogations and sacking of ships would take days. It was a very long process. And well, Kate, she was quite young. Can't remember if we picked her up as a stowaway or if she joined willingly, but she was aboard the ship and, well, witnessed a lot of brutality, mainly by me. I can imagine that would be a reason. There's also the obvious reasons, of course, sailing with pirates. You know, captain gets a better share. I want to be in a position of power. I feel that I can do a better job at leading these men, these women. There's lots of reasons. And frankly, I don't give a damn which one it is.
I guess I would be a little offended if I couldn't remember. Like, if you didn't remember where you picked me up on a boat too. You don't remember if she came with you willingly?
That's probably one of those reasons then, yes. Well, regardless, she wants to kill me. I don't know why, but I can assume it's because I am a horrible person.
I think you kind of proved that at the bones.
You can't change
Did
nature. The
did
sea is
she
always
want-
going to have an undercurrent.
Ugh. Did she want to kill you before you set that fire?
Oh yes. In fact, the fight in the pit at the bones, that was a hit. She had paid off our friend with the blade arm. I can't even remember his name now.
Doesn't really matter at this point.
Suppose not. However, she knew before. She knew she wanted to kill me before. I'm assuming she knew she wanted to kill me from the minute that she laid eyes on us in that market. Anyway, I've done enough talking. Espen, I've got a question for you.
It's a lot of questions for me.
Well, it's okay. It's really rather a silly one. You carried around coffee for Dante for months, years, we don't even know how long. And in an instant, you dumped it all out of your bag. Now, I asked Lucero this question before, but I want to ask you as well. Do you prefer coffee or tea, Espen?
I like coffee. My bag is really big. I didn't pour it all out. I don't think. That was a silly question. Why did you ask it?
Because as chaotic and scary and downright horrifying the last couple weeks, days have been, I like you all. You less so, Lucero.
Same.
But I liked Dante. And I want to know more about what you like.
Okay.
I don't want to know everything right now about who's hunting you, what terrible things you've done, which people you've killed, towns you've sacked, friends that you have that heaven knows what they want. I want to know you. And you, and you, and you. Even if you don't want to know me. So that's why I ask. God, I hate this sort of truth. Lucero, remind me not to do this again with you.
I won't. I'll forget, and we'll deal with that when we cross that bridge, won't we?
Yeah, it's pain in my ass.
It is hilarious watching you scramble like this. You do have a soft side.
Oh, suck a lemon, you fire-breathing buffoon.
And you're gonna see like him literally blow fire out.
Lucero, you said that John has a soft side, but I think you do too. And I was wondering, when we were on the roof, I called you my friend, and you said that you have to be careful with which friends you pick. Do you consider me your friend?
Out of everybody here, you have treated me...
No, I don't want a comparison.
Fair.
It was a yes or no.
I consider you a friend, yes.
Okay.
She's gonna smile really wide.
Peblis, what's your favorite food?
Apples. I love apples.
What
On board a
about
ship, you have plenty of them, and use them to keep scurvy away, and most sailors get tired of them, but I love them.
I'll have to look for some.
Thank you.
Here's my question for you, Serafina.
Oh.
Why did you decide to come adventuring? I've never been able to wrap my head around that. You don't seem like the type that should actually be here. You seem like the academic type that should be in a college, a university, something. And yet you're here with us, an unlikely group to find yourself in. Why?
So the question isn't just like why I left, it's like why I'm here specifically.
Yes.
'Cause I kind of said why I left.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I didn't get to see a lot of places growing up. Just kind of my room and like the street outside of my window. So, once I was an adult, I decided after talking to my imaginary friend that I should go see some stuff and go learn about things outside my window. And so I kind of climbed out the window onto the Von Willow contraption, went down the window, and then snuck onto the first ship that I found, and it was Revlis's. And then we were really close, and I had a non-imaginary friend, so we just kind of kept going. Yeah. Why did you stay with us?
A mix of... And you're going to see as he thinks for just a small little bit before he says, a mix of you all being somewhat useful, and then there's this strange drawl that has me here. It may be some residual connection with your friend Dante.
That makes sense.
Lucero, are your thoughts always your own?
Yes.
Or can you differentiate when someone else is knocking at the door?
He takes a gander down as he like legitimately thinks on this. And then he's going to close his eyes, and I'm going to toss this one over to Hyacinth for a roll. Because for so far he's thought everything's been his, but now like given that, he's like, has it been his?
Right, and he doesn't remember anything about the amulet, so I would say this is probably a higher DC. Let's do an 18 would give you like a vague recollection of feeling like thoughts aren't your own. And then if you get above a 23, you remember vaguely something about those thoughts.
What skill? And am I a saving throw or
Oh, right. Let's do a wisdom save.
Okay. Ooh, that's a 10. I think for him, as he tries hard to differentiate his thoughts and seeing if there's another voice or not, it still sounds like it's him. And for him, for Lucero at the moment, he just accepts that it likely was his own thoughts in his voice. There's no other voice other than his. Before he says, no, it's all mine.
Right. Right.
Ori, do you just do this for money?
Once again, Oriane Shieldbreaker grits her fucking teeth because she's really tired of people kicking around in her goddamn head.
I didn't do it.
There is some money. There is a hierarchy in the city of Resia that I cannot abide. There are people that have too much and people that are holding on by their fucking fingernails. And I saw an opportunity to do something about it, and I did.
That doesn't sound bad. That sounds like the right thing to do.
Yeah, tell that to the law.
Revolutionary.
Smuggler.
That's what that sounded like to me.
Ori's flat out being fucking petulant right now. She's being a brat. So you got this like 6'2" curly-haired half-orc sitting in this fucking like love seat with her arms crossed, slouched, and not quite pouting, but almost pouting. She's being a fucking brat.
Love it.
Oh, I love her.
Okay. Earlier when we were talking about servants, you kind of pulled a face when I said that my family had servants. Are you mad about that?
I can admit that I tend to pass judgment on those who have more means. I wouldn't say I'm mad at you. It's just not something that the help aren't treated well where I'm from.
But if they're treated well, then it's okay?
It's a job. You do what you have to.
That makes sense.
Razia doesn't sound like a good place to live.
Take that back.
Well, it doesn't sound very fair.
It's not, but it's my fucking home, Espen.
So you like living there?
Yeah, I do.
So the rules that are there, can you change them?
Not easily. And not in the way that the ones who write the rules are going to enjoy.
Sounds like they shouldn't write the rules then.
Well, if I somehow figure out how to topple the High Crown, I'll let you know.
Oh, I'd say you're only a couple matchsticks away from the solution.
I want to know everyone's favorite game. Or like favorite game growing up.
Oh, well, it requires a really steep mountainside, but we often ran down the mountain with the forest. And as you run, my brother Galen used to shoot arrows, and you avoid the arrows as you're running down the mountain. And so, like, I have lots of siblings. I have Phelan, Sere, Torben, Ilana, and Galen, and we would all split into teams, and it's kind of like, what is it, tag? I think it has been called tag. Yeah, but like, you run down the mountain and you tag each other with arrows. So, yeah. Uh-huh.
Sounds entertaining.
Yeah. And like, you use your claws to climb the trees really fast, and like, if your sibling grabs your foot, you can claw them off, and yeah, it's a lot more fun when you are, immersed in the trees.
And your parents just like let you play this game?
Yeah, why wouldn't they? We were practicing. And like, if we got hurt, then we would have to figure out which herbs we could use to make healing salves. And so it's like school and play all together.
Siblings sound kind of scary.
No. What was your favorite game?
I would look out the window with my imaginary friend, and I would look at all the people down there and try to read their facial expressions to see like what they were talking about, and then I would come up with pretend life stories for them. So kind of like writing a book or like an imagination game. And then sometimes my imaginary friend would tell me if I was close or not to being kind.
The imaginary friend that you made, or the one that talks to you?
The one that I made isn't imaginary. He's mechanical. And then there's like an imaginary one, and it was the imaginary one. The mechanical one's like, he's very sweet, but he's not very smart.
Oh, all right.
But I built him when I was pretty young, so, you know. So what's everybody else's? Anybody?
Dice. I love playing dice.
I thought dice was an object.
Like the square ones?
Yes, the square ones. It's an object, but it's also a game. You can play different games with it. You can gamble on it. You can win money doing it. It's ridiculous and it's fun. It's silly. Very silly.
Well, what is gamble?
Oh dear gods.
Please don't. Please don't.
Not tonight.
That's not. We'll have that conversation another night.
I think she's been corrupted enough.
Yes.
We used to play dice too, but...
Oh, I think she'd surprise you.
Oh, maybe. When we rolled the dice, it was to see who had to go tell Mama that the other got shot with an arrow. But anyway. Yeah.
Liar's dice.
Liar's dice. Do you lie about what your number is on the dice?
Pretty much.
That feels like a really short game.
Galen used to do that so he didn't have to tell Mama.
Depends on who you're playing with.
Did you do gamble when you did liar's dice?
Oh yeah.
That is kind of gambling in general, right? Lying?
Yeah, it's a gamble. Whether or not you're going to get away with it or get a boot to the ass.
Lucero, what is your favorite game?
I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet.
Well, if you were going to play like a game right now, but like not necessarily your favorite, but like if you were going to pick one for right now, which would you pick?
Do you all play?
Exactly.
Do you all play Three Dragon Ante up here?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that was a game I did enjoy at some point.
Typical fucking soldier.
Dante did like to play Kick the Pinecone, but I know it's not the same.
I think as they're having the conversation, time has gone by. Before you know it, outside, the sunlight that was kind of coming on inside has now disappeared. And I think probably a sense of tiredness may come over everybody. And I think probably we would all feel the effects of the Zone of Truth kind of wearing on out. Whether or not you continue to maintain your truthfulness is up to you all, but I think that all winds away. And I think for you all, I will pose a question as to what your thoughts are, as we've kind of have the realization that it's now getting to be nighttime. Learning everything that you all have, that we all have about each other, does it change the way that you think about our party? Anybody in particular, or just in general? Do things change?
I think Seraphina feels a lot calmer hearing why everybody kind of is done what they've done. Hearing the reasoning behind why Revlis killed somebody and hearing that he retired from piracy for like a really sweet reason. And then Lucero saying he considers Seraphina a friend, having the conversation with Ori earlier, like there's a lot of things where she just feels kind of generally calmer about her individual friendships with everyone in the party.
I think that Espen feels even more alone than she did before starting this conversation, because she notices as she's telling this what is her truth and why she is here, that the reactions to her actions since everything went down is a little bit confusing to her, because of course why would she stay home and like make her family stay in this dangerous spot, and in her mind she just is gonna keep going. And knowing that Ori probably has good motive, but was a pirate at piracy, stole things, thefty kind of things, and Revlis being a pirate, and then not really knowing what Lucero is. She is now in this moment of like, who am I with? Who are these people? In a way that she kind of, prior to this conversation, was like, this is fine, everybody's fine, we're good, let's do this. And now she's like, ah, man. Oh. So, yeah. Espen's conflicted, even more so. Somebody else spill their guts.
I'll go. Revlis is frustrated, not at the group, not at Lucero for the zone of truth, but at himself, because he's still not telling everything. He's been truthful with what he said, but he's not said what he really wants to say. And he's frustrated at himself for being a coward at not doing so.
Bad.
I think, as previously stated, Ori is being kind of petulant. She knew Dante. She liked him. He was good in a fight and very pretty. Bless his heart.
He was very pretty, man.
Bless his heart.
Great hair.
Thank God he was pretty. Thank God he was pretty. I think she understands. I mean, considering everything they've been through, she understands why Espen did not sit down and tell them what was happening. There wasn't time. But that bitch could have turned her on Seraphina. Could have turned her on Espen. Like, she's counting her lucky stars that the person she did attack could take it.
Yeah.
But if she'd known, they would have been able to prepare. She's almost sad for Seraphina. The understanding that while she is elven and therefore will outlive and has been living a life that Ori can't imagine, that life has been very contained. And I think Ori's realizing what she has exposed this kid to, and it makes her feel kind of sick with herself. She's still fucking pissed at Revlis. But it's useless, foolish anger, and she knows it, and that makes it all the more frustrating. So I think she's just holding on to it because it gives her something else to focus on rather than her own fear and her own knowledge that she almost killed a party member, even if it's a party member whose face she wants to cave in. She is not happy about having someone else force their way into her head. But at the end of the day, she feels like there is a bit more of a level playing field now. And that is a cold comfort, but a comfort nonetheless.
For Lucero, it's getting a better understanding of the people he's traveling with. Understanding their motives and to some extent how and what makes them tick. There is something in the back of his mind that is comforted by hearing everything that is said, both truths that hadn't been spoken out before and also things that seem oddly familiar to him. And there continues to be a level of respect that I think tonight for him increases for just about everybody, but in particular Revelus and Ori. He's picked up now that they've kind of filled in the role of caretakers, just from the little bit he's heard from and from what he's seen. Things are a little wobbly, but for him, he kind of like nods his head, there's just like taking everything in. And one of the things that because of the question that was asked, he's now wondering if there is another voice in his head. And I think as we're all kind of like, the night's kind of dwindling by, you'll see as Lucero kind of gets up and says, I'm gonna step outside. And then he's just gonna get on up, very struggle kind of get on up. Everything kind of hurts.
Yeah.
And
I think as we're like breaking apart, it's very much like, okay, do you any more questions for anybody? You want to know about the fucking birthmark on my ass? Like,
interesting.
Nobody asks that. No more.
Interesting story. Save that for when I get back.
You wish.
What is happening between those two?
I'm right here.
I'm sorry, but it's weird, frankly. You know, never mind. Never mind. It's not my place. It's not my place.
No, it's not.
I'm gonna nip outside as well then. Thank you. He's going to set down his glass of whiskey. He's going to pull out his pipe. He's gonna go outside and he's gonna puff away like a freaking freight train.
For the three that are inside, what do y'all do as you see as Revelus follows along behind Lucero heading on outside?
Or he kind of squints.
Yeah. Are they going to be okay out there by themselves?
I'm not sure if they're going to try and kill each other or not, and I don't know if I have the heart to stop them.
We can still hear you. Haven't gone far.
Well,
Good.
Since you can still hear me, you're not allowed to kill each other because you're both my friends, and that would make me sad.
Thank you. Understood.
You're lucky she
I
said
fixed
that.
it, Ori.
I'm lucky. You're lucky. Don't you tell me that.
Hey! Can't kill each other. Stop.
And an orcish Ori just mutters, "Oh my god, put your fucking dicks away." Revlis, don't you speak Orcish?
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. You're just gonna hear a low, long laugh.
If they don't kill each other, I might kill either one of them at this point. Who knows?
You're
Ori,
not
I
allowed to
put-
kill them either.
Oh.
What?
Ori, I put a pile of clothes together for you and Serafina. There's some over here for you too. I already gave you that shirt. I don't know what it was. But they're sitting in piles over here. Radless, I got you clothes out of the drawer. They're in a pile.
Thank you. I will get them once I am done smelling like a campfire.
Okay, gross. Don't get that in here. My fur will it'll never go away. It's so bad. So gross.
Yeah, no smoking in the tent.
Revlis, now that you're out by the campfire again and the bag's pretty burned, you'd probably see bits and pieces of Seraphina's clothes that didn't burn. Buckles and scraps of fabric near the edges of the fire pit. Because it was just a bag. There was an oxygen.
It was just
there wasn't enough oxygen in it. Yeah, she just needed a full bag and expected it to burn. She doesn't have a lot of experience with fire. So, there'd be visible scraps left, I'm sure.
Just gonna start kicking dirt over those. Like, we were never here. We were never here. We were never here. I think that's where Revlis is gonna wind down his evening. He's just gonna stay out there, taking in the night air.
Is now when you guys do the sleep thing?
Hereabouts, yeah.
You don't sleep, right?
That's okay. I do room time. So I can
Okay,
do that.
well, I'm a pretty heavy sleeper. What? Are you just going to I think Lucero, I don't know where Lucero is going to sleep. Or where are we going?
I think you guys should just pick beds, and then they can figure it out when they get back.
Okay. Okay, I just didn't look in the rooms. I will.
There are 2 beds that way, and the biggest fucking mattress I've ever seen that way.
Okay, I'm short and I'm kind of small. I'll go in the room with the 2 beds. So, okay, I'm going to go lay down. I don't know
Espen?
if we need to. What?
Thank you for explaining.
I didn't really have a choice.
You could have not thought.
I suppose so, but then you guys would have been very confused too, so.
Right, but
at
you
least
cared
you're
about
less
us enough
confused.
to tell us so we wouldn't be confused, and that was kind.
It would have been weird if I didn't tell you. I guess. Okay, good night. You're welcome.
Nice.
Espen will immediately crash when she gets into the room with the 2 beds. She'll take.
Hi, buddy.
We got a baby visitor on.
We got a we
got a visitor.
She got a
Cameo.
special guest.
Special guest.
We got a hobbit. We got a
Yes,
hobbit guest.
Guest star, the halfling rogue. So
So I think with everyone starting to wind down, we'll probably call it here for tonight.
One more
Thank
thing.
you, everyone. Oh,
One
go
more
for
thing. It's just a small thing, but it's one where while Revelus is messing around with the campfire, Lucero is just continuing to look up at the moon. For him being now back into his body, he is appreciating this because the moon itself for him strikes him in awe that while the air around him is cooling down even more so than it was before, such a thing would be up in the sky that he's not accustomed to seeing. So he's just going to be out there, arms crossed. Think Piccolo, but looking up at the moon and just is staring at it for hours, thinking. And that's it.
Okay. Perfect. Then we'll finish the rest of our wind down next week. Thank you all so much for joining us. This has been the Stone Lord's Folly on our Rebels Without a Castle channel.